Good evening, everybody. YouTube land, this is Choppadong, coach and contributor inside DFSArmy.com, your one and only spot for daily fantasy sports, where we do a lot of coaching inside, we do a lot of teaching our VIPs, and when topics of conversation come up that sometimes we don't have enough detail to go into, it's easier just to make a video, show the screen, and pass it out to everybody, and just show you guys what we do talk about on the inside, little samples and snippets, because obviously I think that you're going to become a better player if you plug in with us. Come inside, talk with us on a daily basis, receive our spreadsheets, our tools, our player suggestions, put together your own lineups, learn fundamentally how to build your own lineups, and get out there and smash, man. I mean, we've been putting together some good winners lately for NHL, several $1,000s here and there, several hundred last night. Not the huge night that we've had in the past, but pretty good one for a couple of our members, so that's a good thing. Basketball always smashes. PGA had a pretty good week. NASCAR had a great week, and of course baseball's getting ready to come up, and that's when I'll be transferring over and doing some more baseball. I'll finish out the hockey season, but I'm going to be doing baseball there for a while and kind of be dual threat. So keep following, keep subscribing, keep liking. I appreciate that you guys do that. Follow me out on Twitter at Choppadong. Let's talk out there too. Just dropped my cash locks for tonight out on Twitter because we got well over the 20 retweets that I asked for. So help me spread the word, guys, and I'll keep spreading the love and sharing the love too to the best of my ability, and we'll all get better together. That's the whole point. So everybody follow everybody like everybody's stuff, and we will jam this thing up together. So let's dive in and let's do what is really the theme of the night, which is another bottom-up building video. You guys have seen this in the past, and we're going to do another one again. It's been a while since we've done one. Had it come up in our Slack channels, it's just easier to show it. So what we're going to do is we're going to select our goalie first. In a lot of cases, we're going to pick from the top of the top. And Tuukka Rask is in a great place tonight. He's 215. If I have to downgrade from there, I can. But I'm going to go ahead and pick the most expensive one that I can live with tonight, and it happens to be at the very, very top. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse things, and I'm going to drop down here to the bottom of my lineup, wherever it is, and I'm going to start picking from the value plays. Now, if you've followed any of the writing and followed any of the conversation inside Slack, you already know where our value plays are. So let's go find them. We come down to the bottom, and we're going to end up looking for some of the cheaper guys. And they've got to be playing quite a bit. And when I'm looking at these guys, it's the cheapest guy that I can possibly live with tonight. I'm not going to be a fan of it. Some nights you can't get down here very far. Some nights you can get all the way down to the minimums. So as I'm scrolling through these guys, Hamhouse is all right. Zeta 7, not really all that great in my opinion. I've got my reasons. Engelland is okay, but I do like Pattern. Most nights, Nurse is not bad tonight if you want to go double low. I'm going to kind of come back up in here a little bit more. Schmidt has dropped off a little bit. Zdeno Chara is another good play. Vlasic's another good play. Chara gets you access. Matheson's a great play. So these are your value guys. You're going to start down here, and you're going to start watching this average salary per player. And then we're going to go plugging in from there. We're done with those. Let's go down to the wings. There's only one actual really cheap wing that I know of, so I'm just going to punch him in at Sleepy Chef. Drop him in and watch my salary start shooting. If I wanted to, I could take, it's not even Connor Wilson. Let's take Hagelin out of Pittsburgh. Get access to that Pittsburgh unit. Now, down in here, I've got 7,200 to play from. If I had centers and I wanted to use, say, a guy like Zacha and get a little bit of exposure to New Jersey tonight, great play. And look, I'm at 8,600 for 3 remaining players. So now I can start to upgrade from here on. If I want Malkin, throw him in there. If I want McDavid, throw him in there. If I want Ovechkin, throw him in there. And then I can start worrying. Like if I wanted Ovechkin and Carlson, no issues. I can take out, say, Patterin, throw in Carlson, and I can start working from there. Still got 7,500 for 2 guys, and I'm happy with these guys. Okay, if I wanted... let's say I wanted to take out Zacha and put in, I got 6,300 now. I'm going to need probably another deeper play. It might cost me Carlson Ovechkin. If I had that, I'm probably going to be stuck correlating there. So I could almost go, with Wilson as my third wing, and I've got myself a little stack right there, 7,000 between centers. If I throw in, say, McDavid, let's see what that does to me. Go right up to the top again, and it's going to hurt. 5,000 is going to get me down here in the center range, probably below where I want to go. Turris, Berglund, Bozak, Kemp, So those are not on my list. Riley Nash is not bad, actually. That's not a bad lineup. You know, if I wanted to take out McDavid, and let's say I wanted to build around McDavid and Sleepyshev, I could do that. I can do McDavid, Sleepyshev, and then I can drop out Ovechkin and Wilson and Carlson, and I can probably go back to, say, Chara for exposure to the 1. 6,700 for 2 wings, whatever. I know Marner is in there at 6,600. I know Riley Smith is another popular one-off. And where I'm going with this is I want to see if it gets me a decent center at 7,000. Pavelski, great, done. That's another way to do it. If you want to really start loading these, but see how I'm keeping these punts in place? These are 2 pretty solid punts tonight. And now I can revolve around them. Let's say I wanted to focus instead on, and I haven't even messed with my goalie yet. Let's say I wanted to focus on Barkov and Dadonov. And if I wanted to 3-stack it with Yandel, you know, I mean, I can certainly do that. I'm well within my parameters. Let's say I wanted to run, you know, Chara or Vlasic again. Get some exposure to those offenses. Now, 7,800 for my wing and my power. If I wanted to scan down the wings, you know, I could do Ovechkin, Hall. Let's do this. If I wanted to get exposure to Taylor Hall or exposure to Connor McDavid, can come down here and do. Where is he? Ignore the kids in the background. There, Palmieri. Palmieri will get me access to Taylor Hall. And now I got 9,700. You want Malkin? There he is. You got 500 to spend. You know, you want McDavid? There he is. You got him stacked with Sleepyshev. You got Barkov, Trocheck, and Yandel. It's a 3-2. You know, you want to do something else. Let's say we take out Tuukka Rask. And just to leave this alone, we go down in our goalies, and we start scanning down the list a little bit deeper. Grabauer. Now I've got 1,700 to play with. 1,700 to play with can actually do quite well for me. If I took a Barkov out and went Hischier, now I can probably grab. I've got Yandel still in place. Palmieri. I can probably take out Dadonov, or I'm sorry, take out Marner and go Taylor Hall, and still have money to burn. If I want, I can come back up at the goalie spot and take Marc-Andre Fleury if I feel like it. I mean, these are just ways to go around and start jerking around with lineups. You've got to have a game plan going in at who your value plays are, and you've got to be, you know, look at who you're willing to accept as your value plays, and then you can start working around and off of that. So if I wanted to go as low as I wanted to at goalie, I mean, I don't recommend starting this direction. But, you know, there's Grabauer down here. Where's DeSmith? I know that a lot of people were talking about him earlier today, 7,000. You know, now if I want to, you know, run my cheap defenseman again, Vlasic, Patterson. You know, some of these wings are still in there, like Camilleri. 4,000, and I've got 2 Edmonton exposures. Probably don't need McDavid at that point. You know, I've got 9,200 to play. Oh, you want to go double high and go Malkin and McDavid and have enough left for Ovechkin? There's all 3. There's your 3 big studs right there on your lineup. Little bit stud and punt. But you can't tell me Patterson and Vlasic don't have a floor. Can't tell me Smith, if he gets 16 to 18 points, hasn't done you well. Camilleri, Sleepyshev, and Hagelin just got to do their work. But Hagelin is correlated with Malkin. Sleepyshev and Camilleri are somewhat correlated on the same team. And they're both correlated with McDavid, or at least one of them is. So, I mean, and you got 600 left over. This is just how you play around. But the only way you do it is to know where your value is, how you're going to use it on a given night, and start plugging and playing and watching this average salary. By watching the average salary, there's Dubnyk. If I wanted to take out Patterson and run Dumba in there for a Minnesota exposure, you know, now I got 7,300. If I wanted to run Kadri and Marner, I mean, what are we on, our 5th lineup? Kadri and Marner, 8,100 left at the center spot. Very easy to go grab one of the big guns again. But if I wanted to grab, say, Kopitar, leave myself 8,800 at the wing spot. That is almost Ovechkin. Come down here to Blake Wheeler. And now if I don't want Dumba anymore, Marner, Hagelin, Sleepshev, I don't want Sleepshev anymore. What's 4,600 get me at the wing? Probably not much. Well, Lindholm's not terrible. Perreault to correlate with Wheeler. I mean, now you're correlated in a couple of spots. These are a little bit more GPP type builds because you're correlating and stacking a little bit, but it's how I like to run a lot of my cash lineups too. I don't correlate too much. You can see Kadri, Marner 2, stop it there. Dumba's a one-off. Winnipeg, stop it there. Toronto, LA, stop it there. You know, you're not really running into too much stacking, but you are making sure that you're stacking in some areas. I'm not running a full 4 stack. I'm running a couple of offenses of 2 each. That's one way to do it, and it spreads out a little bit. I've got exposure to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different offenses tonight, all in fairly good spots, and I've got a solid goalie. This is just another way to go about building lineups, guys. If you want to learn more details on how to make this work, this way you're not stuck at the bottom. If you went from the top down and started building with, I want to stack McDavid and Draisaitl, or I want to stack Hall and Palmieri, and I want to, or Malkin and Hornqvist or something like that, and then I want to pick a good goalie for $8,000, and then I want to run, well, I got to run like a Vlasic, or I got to run maybe a Yandel for $5,000, or maybe a Carlson for $5,900. In my crap, I got 2 spots left, and I've only got $3,500 left per player. Now, who's my deep value? Don't pick like that. Don't strap yourself to, I've only got to pick from 35. No. Don't ever let yourself get in that spot in the first place. Okay, that's the way to build a value-based lineup, a more balanced lineup structure, something that usually tends to run towards cash. Those types of lineup builds are going to make you a better player. These are the kinds of things we talk about all day long inside DFS Army. So once again, use coupon code CHOP, C-H-O-P. Follow me out on Twitter at Chopadong. Make sure that you like and retweet the stuff out on Twitter, and then like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you get access to about everything that I do. Everybody inside the Army gets access to everything that I do. You guys on the outside, you get little bits here and there as I drop them and release them. I hope you appreciate them. I know I appreciate the growth and the following that we're gaining. But really and truly, where the bread's buttered is inside the VIP program at DFSArmy.com. So use code CHOP, sign up today, and I will see you on the inside where we talk more.